It's EIC Live! With MCs Andy Adams, Adams Insurance Service, and Lyle Costin, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. With special thanks to the Excellence in Construction Committee members. Committee Chair Susan Houston, Karsten Interior Services, Andy Adams, Adams Insurance Service, Lyle Costin, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, Amaris Dawson, Amagi Bank of Texas, Darlene East, Holes Incorporated, Amber Goss, Baker Concrete Construction, Kelsey Hesse, Design and Work, Ron Laricki, Camerata Masonry Systems, Shannon MacArthur, Memco, Phil Nevlud, Merrick, Autumn Stoner, J.M. Maley Incorporated, Jeff Timmerman, Melton and Melton LLP. And now, here's our host, ASA Houston Chapter President, Craig Peterson with Peterson Beckner Industries.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the American Subcontractors Association Houston Chapter's EIC Live 2020, which is our 24th annual Excellence in Construction Awards program. Normally, we'd all be getting gussied up this coming Friday to celebrate, network, and mingle with one another at a great location with food and drinks flowing, and most importantly, in person. But none of us have seen normal for almost a year now. So here's how this year's EIC is going to work. During this next hour, we'll recognize the companies and individuals who exemplify and demonstrate excellence in our industry. Since we can't hand out physical awards during an online broadcast, on Friday, the EIC parade will go to each of the winners' company office to present them with their award and give them some goodies to celebrate with. We'll broadcast the parade presentations live on Facebook. So if you haven't liked us on Facebook yet, please do so by Friday morning. Speaking of recognizing individuals who exemplify and demonstrate excellence in our industry, today we are honored to recognize those who were out of the job sites that kept our companies going during this pandemic. At the start of all this, amid the stay-at-home orders and industries, businesses being shut down, our industry and companies were fortunate to be deemed essential, meaning we could all continue building in this great city of Houston. While many of us had the luxury of working from home, our employees in the field did not. They got up every morning and made their way on empty roads to project job sites. We thought it was fitting to use this platform to debut our construction worker tribute video. I want to thank ASA Houston Chapter Board member Andy Adams with Adams Insurance Service for making this project happen. And I'd like to thank Adams Insurance Service and Andrew Myers PC for sponsoring the video. With that, let's take a couple of minutes to see firsthand what our people went through to keep our businesses up and running.
There are some people you can say you don't want on the road or you don't want traveling or shopping, but if you take the construction worker out of it, I mean, we've been the bare necessity from the start.
Essential workers are people that are needed daily.
I am issuing an executive order. Every person in Texas shall avoid social gatherings in groups of more than 10. Offices and workplaces, they remain open, but should only ask for essential employees to report to the place of work, and where feasible, allow and encourage employees to work from home or other remote sites.
In March 2020, Houston and nearly every major city in the United States was shut down. There are some jobs you can't do staying at home. Construction is one of those jobs.
When I showed up that day, it was like 14 guys. I had to cover 2 different buildings, so it was like a non-stop struggle production-wise. And then having to talk to these guys about, hey, be safe. We gotta keep going, We are considered essential. So construction has to keep going.
Before they even get in the van to get on the job site, we're doing the temperature checks. They got to have their mask on. You're making them re-aware that, hey, this is still here and we still got to deal with it.
There are things you really don't think about it on a regular time, and now you have to pay attention to even the doorknob when you go into the restroom. You know, when you come out, of course, the other side is clean, or you think is clean because everybody's washing their hands.
For a normal day for us, we go to the job site, we make sure that we have our gloves on, we make sure that we have booties just in case if the residents want us to wear them. We make sure that we have a lot of hand sanitizers.
On the job site was really where we got hit hard with it, was because PPE became such a big thing. At one point we had to have a mask on, a face shield, special kind of goggles, and if you didn't have a face shield, you had to make sure you were doing work with that 6 feet apart.
And it's hard sometimes to breathe in those masks. And especially on the job sites where they require you to wear either the N95s or the regular surgical mask. If you don't have a mask that has a vent on it, then it is a little harder to breathe during the summertime.
The pressure on family during the shutdowns was immense. With schools closed, kids were at home, adding another thing working families had to overcome.
I have 3 children at home, one at high school, middle school, and elementary school. It was just me having to call them, making sure they're okay, they're doing their classes.
The kids were affected by, staying home from school, not being able to see their friends and socialize, and going stir crazy in the house, wanting to go outside and play. And we let them go outside and play, but we really didn't let them play with any of the other neighborhood kids.
I mean, the first 2 weeks, it was like me getting calls from my daughters every single hour. Dad, my internet's not working. Me having to call the internet company, and their answer was like, well, we're trying to fix it, but everybody's dealing with the same thing.
Houston subcontractors rose to the challenge in every trade. Despite the virus, government shutdowns, and school closings, they found a way to get the job done, putting hundreds of millions of building values in place in the greater Houston area through this pandemic when others were at a standstill.
You had to tell yourself, I got to go to work. And like I said, I started wearing the mask up front because I got to take care of myself to where I get to come home.
I'm the breadwinner, so if I don't do that, then my family would be affected. So I never thought for one moment that I didn't want to go to work.
It makes me happy to know that I'm still able to push forward and do what I need to do. My heart goes out to the people who can't work and can't do the things that they love or get the money and everything like that.
It was a blessing for us to be, considered essential.
It takes men and women to put the work in place every single day, and they are essential to construction in our city and our state. When we needed them most, they were there. Our industry leaders and ASA Houston salutes and thanks them.
My name is Gloria Palau, and I am essential.
My name is David McMillan, and I am essential.
I'm Alexis Rodriguez, and I'm essential.
My name is Christopher Ross, and I'm essential.
My name is Chris Hartwell, and I am essential.
I am Julio Mexicanos, and I'm essential.
My name is Krista Sayer, and I'm essential.
My name is Taylor Crafton, and I am essential.
Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff. Really makes me proud to be a part of our industry, and really just appreciative of everything that our construction workforce does each and every day out there. So we have all something to be thankful for. And again, Andy, thank you for putting that together. For those of you who aren't aware or sure who ASA is, I'd like to give you a little background. Our national organization, American Subcontractors Association, was founded in 1966 in Washington, D.C. Its founders saw a need for an organization that could bring together subcontractors of all trades and labor practices to address common business management needs. In 1974, the Houston chapter of ASA was formed. Today, there are more than 2,500 member companies throughout the United States, and 130 members right here in Houston, with thousands of employees who benefit from the education, networking, and advocacy that ASA offers to its members. The Houston chapter is a collective voice for a diverse membership committed to quality, safety, and ethics in construction. We advocate for legislative reform and provide educational opportunities for the subcontracting community. Our chapter takes pride in working with and for the people who serve the construction industry each day. So whether you're a subcontractor looking for networking and educational opportunities, or a general contractor searching for work partnerships, the ASA Houston chapter is here to help. Now I'd like to acknowledge the companies who generously agreed to sponsor our event. First, I'd like to thank our underwriter sponsors: American Fire Systems, Inc., Baker Concrete Construction, Camerata Masonry Systems Limited, Clun Acoustical Systems, Piper Houston Electric LP, and Spring Glass and Mirror Limited. 4 of our underwriter sponsors have special video messages. Let's see what they have to say.
When I say fast, you say track. Fast.
Track.
Fast.
Track. Who's that underwriting EIC?
It's me. It's me.
Go Nonies!
Hi, I'm Adam Pape with Carson Interior Services. Welcome to the year 2021. I'm sure we're all glad to be out of the year 2020. There are many ways to celebrate a new year. Here to talk about one of those ways is the estimating legend, Blake Nowak.
Thanks, Adam. Today is the ASA's infamous Excellence in Construction Award. Carson Interiors is pleased to be an underwriter for this year's virtual ceremony. And congratulations to all the nominees and winners that will be announced shortly. And as always, stay classy, Houston.
Jake Blues here. I'm here today on a mission for Merrick, a proud underwriter of ASA Houston's Excellence in Constructions Award. Merrick is proud to work with so many excellent companies and individuals like those being recognized today. Congratulations to you all.
Hi, I'm Ryan King, Account Executive with NCS. NCS is pleased to be an underwriter sponsor for the 2020 Excellence in Construction Awards. We're proud to be part of the Houston construction industry, where we get to work with so many excellent companies and individuals like the ones being recognized today. NCS would like to congratulate all the nominees and the winners. Congratulations.
Next are our parade sponsors: Big City Access Holdings, LLC, Crady Jewett McCulley and Howren, LLP, GMI, and Milestone Metals, Inc. This year's Landshark Goody Graham Hospitality Box sponsors are Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, Holes Incorporated, J.M. Maley, Inc., and Slack & Company Contracting. Our nominee poster sponsors are Amegy Bank of Texas, Berger Iron Works, Holes Incorporated, and Memco. The winner's champagne sponsors are Haley Greer, Inc., Hudson Building Systems Limited, and Melton & Melton, LLP. Our winner's balloon sponsor is Polk Mechanical, and our online program brochure sponsor is Peterson Beckner Industries. Before we move on to the awards portion of the program, I'd like to turn over to a special guest for a short presentation.
Good afternoon, parents, and thank you all for attending St. Monica's Catholic High School Awards Program. We know your time is valuable, so let's get on with this program. Our first award will be presented by one of our students, Mary Catherine
Gallagher.
6 feet. 6 feet.
Sorry about that. Maybe just a socially distanced handshake. I'm Mary Catherine Gallagher. Ooh, there are a lot of you out there. Well, thank you for the opportunity to present this prestigious award today. I will admit I am a little bit on the nervous side, and when I get nervous, I put my hands under my arms and then I smell my fingers like that. And my mom says it's a really bad habit, and I am trying to break myself.
Just present the award.
Okay, you're right. Our first award is called the Power of One. It's awarded by our executive director, Ms. Brianna Wright, to an individual who stands out among all other members at our chapter. This year's award is going to an individual whose outstanding creativity, dedication, and contributions to our chapter have made it fun, never boring, cutting-edge organization that it is. Last year's EIC committee's rendition of Elvis's Superstitious Minds, that was him. Our national award-winning No Pants Pack Party fundraiser in 2018 and 20 couldn't have happened without him. The worker tribute video that we watched a little while ago, again, him. Government advocacy chair for ASA Houston chapter committee, him. ASA board of directors member, him. Fantastic ukulele player, him. I could go on and on and on.
No, you can't. Just present the award.
You're correct. I am proud to announce that ASA Houston chapter's Power of One award recipient is Andy Adams, Adams Insurance Service. Andy, congratulations, and we will see you on Friday at our first ever awards parade. Power of One.
Congratulations, Andy, on a very well deserved honor. But now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to turn the remainder of the program over to our MCs, Andy Adams and Lyle Costin.
That was a low down, dirty move by our executive director, Brianna Wright, to get me off my game. But I appreciate that and thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this year's EIC Awards. I know that last year I told everybody not to come to our No Pants party. I did not realize that I would apply to every meeting for the entire year. I am sorry to tell you that my partner in crime, Lyle Costin, is not going to be able to make it today. I received a note from him that he had a case of the corona.
Oh, hey, Andy, what the heck, man? You're starting without me. Yes, welcome everybody to the online EIC.
Lyle, you said you had a case of the corona, but I guess that figures. It's the middle of the day. That case is still closed, right?
Yeah, no one's been drinking yet, but which is why I said I had a case of corona for us. Me.
Yeah, I'm betting that somebody's going to pop the top on that before this is over, either here or somebody watching online. Regardless, we're going to have to find our beach somewhere, as it might as well be here, I guess. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this new world of web meetings, it's taken some getting used to, and this event is not going to be any different. And as that corona joke just demonstrates, it may be impossible for us to go for laughs this year.
Yeah, we have decided to play it straight. The whole Saturday Night Live theme just does not really translate into a video conference kind of format.
You know, Lyle, I couldn't agree more. You know, it's a lot of pressure to try to outdo what we did last year with the whole committee singing Suspicious Minds. I wouldn't even want to try. But wait a second. Brianna, it says we have a question from the audience. I did not think that we were taking any questions at this year's event. What's going on?
What? Whoa, Mr. Adams. Easy. We're just really here. This is Matt Foley. I'm a motivational speaker now. The folks at ASA Houston have just told me you think it's a little too hard to be funny for this year's EIC. Is that right?
Well, look, Matt, I never said that we couldn't be funny.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Mr. I can't be funny. Because let me tell you what my life is like. I'm a 35-year-old, I'm divorced, and I live in a van down by the river. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, oh, I can announce the EIC Awards without being funny. Everybody does it. What's one more boring Zoom call? Well, if you keep thinking that way, you aren't going to amount to jack squat.
All right, Matt, I promise. We're going to step up our game.
You're darn right. Or you could find yourself living in a van down by the river.
What just happened, Matt? Matt, are you okay? Folks, I'm really sorry about that interruption. I thought we were going to be serious, but I don't know. I guess it's not going to happen. I hope he's okay.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Thank goodness you're back.
Yeah.
How did Matt get access to our EIC event, Lyle? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was totally crazy, but not a little bit inspiring though, Andy. Maybe we could try to be just a little bit funny.
Okay, sure thing, Lyle. And you know what? Look, I just have to tell you that it is good to have you here, Kmart Jacket. You know, folks, over these last few years, Lyle and I have become a great team, deadweight. It was silly of me to think that we could not come up with something that was entertaining, snooze fest, and appropriate, I'm not wearing pants, for this unique EIC event, water torture. So to all of you watching from your home, nothing else to do, office, forced to watch, or on your phone, watching TikTok videos, thank you so much for joining us for this special online event. Is it over yet?
Andy, thanks for those kind words, but that was me watching some TikTok videos. Sorry about that. Yeah, no. Brianna, would you mind popping in here, please? I think there's something that's just not quite right.
Hey, guys, look, I think it's going great. You guys have what appears to be a dynamic rapport here. But if I'm being honest, I need some cowbell. Andy, can you help me with that? Can you explore the space? I mean, really explore the space?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We can do that. We can do that. Let's go.
All right, explore that space. Don't fear the Reaper.
Okay, so the ASI, EIC, this isn't working. Brianna, can you come in and help here, please?
Lyle, what is your problem, man?
Guys, what is the deal? This is not working for me. I gotta have more cowbell.
Lyle, can I just say one thing? I'm standing here and I'm looking at ASA Executive Director and rock legend, Brianna Wright. And if Brianna Wright wants more cowbell, well, we should probably give her more cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell.
You know, maybe it's me, but I don't remember a whole lot of EICs that we've done that featured the cowbell.
More cowbell.
You know what, Lyle? I would be doing myself and the entire ASA contracting community a disservice if I did not play the hell out of this cowbell.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Thank you, Brianna. You know, look, guys, maybe I should just leave. Maybe I should just come back and maybe we can lay down.
Hold on, Andy, wait. Why don't you lay down that cowbell track with us for the whole show?
You really mean that, Lyle?
I do.
All right. Let's take it from the top. Don't fear the Reaper. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I could play this cowbell all day, but that's not what most of you came here for today. You got a fever. You want to know who the winners of the EIC awards are. So before you leave what we hope is the most bizarre Zoom call of the last 10 months, Lyle, please tell us why we're here.
We're doing it live. Members of the ASA were asked to nominate companies or individuals in 9 categories. The full list of the nominees was sent to the membership, and they were asked to rank their top 5 nominees. Each rating was given a numerical value, the votes were tallied, and the top 5 nominees in each category were informed. For our awards process, the more ASA members you do business with, the better chances are your firm will win the categories.
In the EIC Live program guide online, you'll find a write-up for each of our top 5 finalists, along with the award criteria for each category. Lyle and I will announce each category, the nominees, and the winners. So with that, let's get the program award started. First up is the 2020 Project Manager of the Year. The 2020 Project Manager of the Year nominees are Kyle Canada with Austin Commercial. Kyle's been with Austin Commercial for 7 of his 17 years in construction. He has a construction science degree from Texas A&M, and he spent high school and college summers working for a home builder. Congratulations, Kyle.
Next, we have Bobby Gloria with Tellefson Builders. With Tellefson for 7.5 of his 16 years in construction, he has a Bachelor of Science in Construction Management from the University of Houston. His father and grandfather were land surveyors, so his first summer jobs were around construction. Congratulations, Bobby.
Next, we have Adam Laura with McCarthy Building Companies, Inc. Adam's been with McCarthy for 8 of his 14 years in construction. He also holds a construction science degree from Texas A&M. His personal goals are to build a log cabin and complete a half triathlon. Congratulations, Adam.
Next, we have Sarah Cernelli with WS Bellows Construction. She's been with Bellows for 14.5 years of her 23.5 years in construction. A Bachelor of Arts from Bryn Mawr College and a Master of Architecture from the University of Houston College of Architecture. Practiced with a local Houston architecture firm for 9 years before moving to Bellows in 2006. Congratulations, Sarah.
Next up, we have Lisa Turner with Harvey Builders. Congratulations, Lisa.
And the winner is Kyle Canada with Austin Commercial. Congratulations, Kyle, and we'll see you on Friday. Our 2020 Project Superintendent of the Year nominees are Troy Alexander with Harvey Builders. He's been with Harvey Builders for 23 of his 30 years in construction. He's a Houston, Texas native, loves the challenge of building unique and one-of-a-kind projects. Congratulations, Troy.
Next up is Anthony Cosby with Tellefson Builders. He's been with Tellefson for 6 of his 15 years in construction. He holds a construction management degree from Sam Houston State University. Anthony volunteers for a pit bull rescue group and played bass guitar in several awesome bands. Congratulations, Anthony.
Next, we have Lalo Garza with Vaughn Construction. He's been with Vaughn for 20 of his 31 years in construction. He is a Houston, Texas native, proud dad of 3 who loves family time, hunting, and fishing. Congratulations, Lalo.
Next up, we have Winston Hesh with McCarthy Building Companies, Inc. Winston has been with McCarthy for 5 of his 12 years in construction. At 18, he joined the electrical apprenticeship at IMBE. And he most recently completed the Museum of Fine Arts Nancy and Rich Kinder building job. Congratulations, Winston.
And our last nominee is Joe Mashevitz with Lindbeck Group, LLC. He's been with Lindbeck for all 45 years he's been in construction. He enjoys working on hospitals and entertainment venues and loves to spend his free time hunting and fishing. Congratulations, Joe.
And our 2020 Project Superintendent of the Year is Winston Hesh with McCarthy Building Companies, Inc. Congratulations, Winston, and we will see you on Friday. I will bring plenty of cowbell. Our next award is the 2020 General Contractor Safety Award. The nominees are Austin Commercial. Austin was founded in 1975. Their motto is the Austin Advantage. It builds value through performance and relationships. Austin is among the largest construction managers in the country. Congratulations, Austin Commercial.
Next, we've got McCarthy Building Companies, Inc. Founded in 1864, their goal is to be the best builder in America. The three core values are genuine, we, not I, and all in. Congratulations, McCarthy.
Our next nominee is Tellefson. Tellefson was founded in 1909. They're family owned, and they perfected their safety standards and have long been recognized as a national industry leader in safety. Congratulations, Tellefson.
Next, we have Vaughn Construction, founded in 1988. They're family owned. Their motto is safety first, every task, every day. Congratulations, Vaughn.
Next up, we have W.S. Bellows Construction Corporation. They were founded in 1914. They're also family owned, if you're detecting the trend. And their philosophy is that they stand by their work and do the right thing. Congratulations, W.S. Bellows.
And the 2020 General Contractor Safety Award winner is Tellefson. Congratulations, Tellefson, and we'll see you on Friday. Next up, we have the 2020 Project of the Year under 5 million nominees. They start with Houston Methodist Hospital Dunn Refresh, Level 4 West, a DPR construction. It was a $4,800,000 project encompassing 21,600 square feet. The 9th patient unit, the team has renovated in the Dunn building. Construction noise and domestic water shutdowns on active patient units were the biggest obstacles. Congratulations, DPR.
Our next nominee is for another Houston Methodist job, this one in the Woodlands, Level 3 AOD build out with Vaughn Construction. This was a $720,000 job encompassing 1,700 square feet. Biggest obstacles were an active AOD room that surrounded the project and an active operating room directly below the project. They had to have weekly meetings with the hospital department to forecast noisy construction activity. Congratulations, Vaughn.
Next, we have Mia's Table in Katy, Texas by Endurance Builders. It was a $3,930,000 contract for about 8,400 square feet. One of the first greenfield sites for the Mia's restaurant chain. One of the signature monuments located on site is the eye-catching corn crib structure. Congratulations, Endurance Builders.
Next up, we have the Texas Children's Hospital Specialty Pharmacy Relocation by McCarthy Building Companies, Inc. This is a $2.7 million job encompassing over 14,000 square feet. COVID-19 pandemic placed the project on hold for 11 weeks, but when the project resumed, it was still completed in the original schedule. Congratulations, McCarthy.
And the winner of the 2020 Project of the Year under 5 million is Mia's Table, Katy, Texas by Endurance Builders. Congratulations, Endurance. We'll see you on Friday. Our 2020 Project of the Year between 5 and 15 million nominees are Faith Bridge Student Ministry Building with Axis Builders. It's a $7.6 million contract encompassing 24,500 square feet. The challenges were building 100% one-off 20-foot high, 8-foot wide pivot doors with backlit stained glass. The obstacle, project went from new construction with start to finish into a 4-phase release project. Congratulations, Axis Builders.
Next up, we have the Texas Children's West Tower Level 3 CSPD by W.S. Bellows Construction. This is a $5.7 million job encompassing more than 15,000 square feet. The biggest obstacle was the demolition and running of an underfloor plumbing system that took place over the Texas Children's Hospital Emergency Center, which is one of the biggest areas busiest areas in the hospital. Due to the COVID pandemic, the project was shut down for several months and was the first to resume at TCH main campus. Congratulations, W.S. Bellows.
Next, we have the Center for Hearing and Speech by Tellefson Builders. It was a $12.9 million contract encompassing 49,000 square feet. The main challenge was the facade material changed to one that was fabricated in Italy right at the peak of the Italian COVID pandemic. Additional finish changes had to be made due to the plant shutdowns due to the pandemic. Congratulations, Tellefson.
Next up is the Yes Prep North Central Elementary School by Limbeck Group, LLC. This is an $11.5 million job encompassing 78,000 square feet. The building site had to be raised 4 feet above the 500-year floodplain, and that required 2 months of permit approval from both FEMA and Harris County. Limbeck has worked with Yes Prep Public Schools for more than 14 years. Congratulations, Limbeck.
Next project is 3663 Briar Park by Harvey Builders. Congratulations, Harvey Builders.
And the winner of the 2020 Project of the Year between 5 and 15 million is Faith Bridge Student Ministry Building by Access Builders. Congratulations, Access, and we'll see you on Friday. Next, we have our 2020 Project of the Year between 15 and 25 million. The nominees are 600 North Shepherd Redevelopment by Harvey Builders. This is a $20.2 million, 225,000 square foot build. Each building had different types of stucco, tile, thin brick, metal panels, paint, concrete sandblasting, and storefront glazing. The site was tagged by Houston graffiti artist Rowdy, aka Lyle Costin, during construction, and the tagging was left up until the stucco was put up. I'm just kidding about the Lyle.
Next, we have the Houston Zoo Patinal. Tellefson Builders, a $21 million project on 4.2 acres. Construction could only take place during daylight hours so as to not wake the animals. The obstacle was difficulty growing grass in the exhibits due to the local Herman Park duck population eating the grass seed and plugs faster than it could be planted. Too bad duck season just ended. We have some leftover ammo. Sorry about that. Congratulations, Tellefson.
Next up was the Memorial Park Eastern Glades, also by Tellefson Builders. This is a $19.5 million job that encompassed 70 acres. Tellefson had to excavate soils from the lake and that were harvested for future use, with the root running right through the golf course. After aquatics were planted in the lake, they began disappearing because turtles and ducks were eating the plants before they could mature. Wow, there are duck hunters at Tellefson, right?
Just in construction in general, I think that there'd be some subcontractors that could help with that.
Congratulations, Tellefson.
Change order. Next up, we have the San Jacinto Community College Engineering and Technology Building with Tellefson Builders. It's a $17.3 million project with 74,121 square feet. Y concrete columns, not why concrete columns, Y concrete columns required custom framework fabricated in Spain and shipped by boat. Precast panel and structural steel installation occurred simultaneously as both elements intersect with each other. Congratulations, Tellefson.
And the winner of the 2020 Project of the Year between 15 and 25 million is Memorial Park Eastern Glades by Tellefson Builders. Congratulations, Tellefson, and we'll see you on Friday. Last is our project categories is the 2020 Project of the Year over 25 million. And these are the nominees. Lakeside Country Club by Tellefson Builders. This is a $38.5 million job encompassing 87,000 square feet. The project utilized a fast-track delivery method with a phased construction permitting strategy. The delivery method provided a significantly faster construction schedule and budget that could be relied on throughout the process. Congratulations, Tellefson. Way to go.
Next, we've got the Margaritaville Resort Lake Conroe McCarthy Building Companies. It's a $40 million project on a 357,000 square foot renovation. The location of the project meant most of the McCarthy staff and subcontractors had an hour-and-a-half commute time. The project perk was McCarthy's project staff and some subcontractors were guinea pigs for the wait staff and chefs by taste testing and menu and drinks. Well, that invitation must have got lost in the mail. Congratulations, McCarthy Building Companies.
Next up is the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, Nancy and Rich Kinder Building by McCarthy Builders Companies, Inc. This is a $153.7 million job encompassing more than 169,000 square feet. The biggest obstacle was the roof had 23 different sections, each with their own unique geometry. The owner project site walks occurred frequently and were attended by some of Houston's most influential people, including Mayor Turner and the Kinder family, and I'm sure they were all great meetings. Congratulations, McCarthy Building Companies.
Next, we have the Rice University Craft Hall from Tellefson Builders. It was a $28 million project for 77,000 square feet. The challenge was maneuvering cranes, equipment, concrete forms, etc., around the 33-foot tall exposed concrete columns that were poured very early on in the project. The project had more than 14,500 plants and trees, each reviewed and hand-picked by the design team. Congratulations, Tellefson.
Next up is St. Martin's Episcopal Church by Tellefson Builders. This is a $50 million job encompassing 325,000 square feet. The ongoing activities and operations at the church made constructing several new buildings and the renovation of several existing buildings quite the challenge. Tellefson family, being involved with the church for decades, provides a lot of history within the company and on the campus with the projects that Tellefson has worked. Congratulations, Tellefson.
And the 2020 Project of the Year, over $25 million winner is the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, Nancy and Rich Kinder Building, McCarthy Building Companies. Congratulations, McCarthy, and we'll see you on Friday. Our last category is the 2020 General Contractor of the Year nominees. Austin Commercial. They were founded in 1975, 100% employee owned. The Austin advantage equals building value through performance and relationships. Congratulations, Austin Commercial.
Next up is Harvey Builders. Harvey was founded in 1957. Their motto is innovation, quality, integrity. Harvey believes the most important aspect of their construction services is displayed in how they build. Congratulations, Harvey Builders.
Next up, we've got McCarthy Building Companies. Founded in 1864, they have one goal: to be the best builder in America, from exceptional levels of quality and safety to ease of maintenance over time. They are committed to helping clients achieve their strategic goals. Congratulations, McCarthy Building Companies.
Next up, we have Tellefson. Tellefson was founded in 1909. Their motto is do it right the first time. Every action they take is purposeful. They plan for changes, have the tough conversations early, and provide quick solutions. Congratulations, Tellefson.
Last, we've got Vaughn Construction. Founded in 1988, they're family owned. Their goal is to create a custom plan for every client and execute consistently on every project. Congratulations, Vaughn Construction. And the winner of the 2020 General Contractor of the Year is Tellefson. Congratulations, Tellefson, and we'll see you all on Friday.
Congratulations to all the winners today. Later this afternoon, the winners will receive an email from our Executive Director, Brianna Wright, with the information on what time the EIC Live Awards Parade will be stopping by your office on Friday. And with that, Lionel and I will see you next year and turn it back over to Craig.
Thank you, Andy and Lyle, for making today's awards presentation, well, unforgettable. Congratulations to all the winners and nominees of the 2020 Excellence Construction Awards. I want to thank our incredible EIC committee for their hard work in transforming what has always been a successful in-person event into a whole new virtual event. I also want to thank our marketing and design team at Design at Work. Without them, we could not have pulled this off. But with that, we close the 2020 Excellence in Construction Awards presentation. Thank you all.